All right. In this part, I'd like you to tell me a little bit about the course objectives. And so let me make that bigger for you. Just a moment. There we go. That's better. There we go. Okay. So what comments can you make for me here?
What common? The
Yeah. So
common meaning.
what can you say in English for this?
Say English about this.
Yeah, but your opinion, your idea, not just reading, just what you're thinking when you see
Oh,
this.
okay. Hmm. Uh,
Well, how many objectives do we have?
have a objective.
Okay. So that's a lucky number in China. Eight's a lucky number. That's good. I like eight is lucky. Not as good as lucky money, but eight is lucky, right? So very good
Yes.
fortune. Okay. So eight objectives. What would be some of the objectives that you remember or can sort of see there? What are some of the things that are important?
The
Your
most
your
important.
opinion. Your opinion is okay. No right
Opinion.
answer. Yep, no right answer, no wrong answer. Just your idea in English.
Okay. This course of this list about the course subjects.
Hmm.
First one, uh, receive improve the grammar knowledge and vocabulary. Ha, help him can reach IELTS 5.
Okay.
The
It should be
second.
yeah, it should be 5.5, but that's okay. It says five. All right. So what do you think about that? How do you think that that's going to work? If you have an objective, then it's easy to say, all right, here's my goal. My goal is to get 5.5 or 6.5. Okay. And then we start to break it down into, how do we do that each day? So that's the goal. This is the objective. And so now we have the objective. And so how do we apply, or how do we conduct, or how do we process this objective?
The apply.
Yeah, like what will we do if this is our objective, like maybe today, or our objective this week, or our objective this month? So what would be some of the things we might do? What do you think? No
It,
wrong
it,
answer, just English.
it mean I how to do can reach this object.
Okay. So what do you think? How would you do that?
Mm, I need I need I need more I need more speak English
Mm-hmm.
and and learn more grammar
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and and learning more vocabulary.
Okay, good. It sounds pretty easy when you say that, but we know it's very difficult in
Yeah.
China. And so Wei Shima, why is it difficult if the objective is very small, right? And so why is it so difficult in China? There's three things. You talked about the grammar, the vocabulary, and then being able to practice, right?
For example, the I often forget the word,
Sure.
uh, and and I mm, mm, and and I am not influent the use
Mhm.
grammar and word
Mhm.
to speak English.
Okay. Okay. So if that's the difficulty, that sounds a much more complicated than the easy answer, which, well, I need to speak, I need to, get some vocabulary, but, what's the problem, right? So if the difficulty is not having enough influence or fluency, so what can we do for that? How can we change that?
I can change. I'm I maybe more speak English every day.
Okay. And so we're actually doing that now, aren't we? Because you're having classes every day. All right. So let's think about it this way. All right. And so in this case, uh, goal is 5.5 in IELTS. All right. You type in. Okay. And so underneath that, we know that we have a couple of different ways to sort of do this. Okay. And so one of the things we're doing is we are thinking about objectives. And then just like in a programming model, depending on your answer, that may change or make some other sort of direction happen, depending on what your response is. Okay. And so one of the things we're talking about in this case is, okay,
Uh,
objective. Yes. Chima.
I should talk. Yes,
Notes.
this is my goal,
Yeah.
my object.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm using is something that you might be familiar with, which is a flow chart for like a program design or a program model, right? Very basic, just the idea when we start, right? And so if we think about goals, objectives, and so we might think about, okay, in this case, we might think the objectives, sound easy. Reality is
And now I what I need to
just listen, and then we'll talk about it. Okay. You can see the screen, right? Okay. So basically what I'm saying to you is we have a goal. We have a goal of IELTS 5.5. We
yes.
came up with some objectives. When you told me the objectives, oh, that sounds easy. You just need to, whatever. But we think it might be actually hard, right? And
Yeah.
so if it sounds easy, Weishima, why would it be easy to do your objectives? And remember, you told me earlier that you have, what is it? I think it's 8 objectives, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And so if these are the objectives in this case,
What
say,
is it?
hmm?
What is it?
Your objectives? You told me you have 8 objectives from the study from yesterday. so on. Okay. Let's see here. Let me do it this way.
This my yesterday object.
No, this is we're continuing the discussion. And so I'm just checking what you know and trying to see what you understand. Okay. So let me send it to you here. So these were our 8 objectives, which we said, okay, sounds easy. But then I said, well, actually difficult, right? And
Yes.
so now we're trying to understand the difficulty, the mapping of the difficulty. Why is it difficult? Is the problem? Is there conflict? Is there study issue? Is there a habit issue? Is there missing information? For me, I think it's missing information is a big part of it. And so again, it's easy to say, but hard to do. And so we have to sort of map it out. Okay. Now give me another objective here and let's try to analyze it. Try to say something about number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyone is okay.
Let me speak to objective.
Okay, yeah. Give me another one, please.
About improving my writing.
Okay. So again, if we go back to our other model for thinking about this in English, in this case, and we're trying to figure out, okay, how does it work or whatever else. So then we said, okay, still sounds easy, I think, in this case. Improve my writing, right? Okay, sounds easy. Improve
all
writing, right? Okay. And so again, it sounds easy, but actually it's kind of difficult. What I said to you was part of the problem here is we have grammar 1, descriptive.
No, I think speaking is harder.
Yeah, well, for some people it is. It depends on what your previous knowledge is, what your frame of reference is, right? In this case, all right? And so you remember we have descriptive grammar, which is for speaking, and so that plays into some of our objectives, right? Then we have prescriptive grammar, grammar 2, and maybe that satisfies all or some of our objectives, right? Okay. And so the challenge for us.
I not understand.
That's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
We just keep going until they're, oh, what'd you know? Okay, it's okay. Just relax. May win tea. We've got plenty of time to get the basis down. So grammar 1 maybe can be used in 3 or 4, maybe even 5. But if we have grammar 2, writing, right? And so writing always has more words. And so in this case, maybe it has some other function. And so maybe it also has this function and this function and this function as well. And so depending on what your objectives are for your English, maybe they have different places in your program, different places in your study, okay? So really the idea here is that speaking English is different than writing English. Okay, easy, we know, no fact, right? So we have to think about our objectives and how to combine them to understand how we're going to make the program for you for learning your English. And remember, part of your objective here is one of the things you had said to me was you're having difficulty with vocab, right?
Vocabulary. It's
Yeah.
vocabulary.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put it all the way out. Vocabulary, right? And so in a model like this, we know that we can keep going. We can keep adding more information, right? We can keep breaking it down farther and farther and farther and farther. Like, okay, I'm having trouble speaking, check. I'm having trouble writing, check. Okay, what's the issue? Well, objective maybe 4 is vocabulary. Okay, great. How are you going to improve your vocabulary? Well, I need a vocabulary list every day. I need to translate every day. I need to practice every day. And so you keep getting steps. It gets more complex, just like in a computer program, right? And so I'm not sure exactly what kind of design work you're doing, but that's something that we want to consider is step by step by step by step. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Let me open up the chat box. Grid view. No, that's not what I want. Chat. There we go. Then I want to put this over here. Copy and paste. Okay, so now we got it on record there. All right. Give me an example of one more objective and then tell me what is the difficulty and give me a possible solution. Okay. So the question is choose one more objective. Tell me the difficulty.
Choose one more objective.
Then offer a solution. Okay. So in this case, yeah. Yeah. So this would be A minus B equals X, right? So we have an objective in our course, take away the difficulty, and then we get to the solution of what we're doing. Okay. You try.
Just one more objective.
Yes, please. Any objective is okay.
Okay. The about improving my my reading skills.
Okay.
And
let's talk about that.
Sometimes I I I I know this word, but I can get it.
Mhm. Okay.
How you want to talk about?
Okay. So in this case, I am able to recognize the word, but have difficulty pronouncing, I think it is, pronouncing or using it effectively or correctly. Okay. All right. So what could be a possible solution?
Can you speak again?
Yes. And so according to you, if the objective is improving reading skills, A, and the difficulty B is I'm able to recognize the word but have difficulty pronouncing it or using it correctly when I speak. And so now I want to know X. What's the solution? What can you do to, yeah, what can you do to improve?
Mm, I don't know. Maybe I should read more article and recognize more word.
Recognize. Okay. Recognize. The new word in this case. So yeah, I mean, this is my favorite method is reading aloud with the students. And so we did some reading aloud in the last class. Reading aloud has many function for you to practice. When we read aloud, one of the things we're doing is we're working on reading. That's good. The other thing is we're also improving our eye speed for reading. And so because we have to say the reading aloud, we have to go a lot slower. Because if we just read without speaking, we can go usually a little bit faster. And the faster we go, sometimes we don't remember, especially if it is in the target language. In this case, English is the target language. So you read English, think in Putonghua, and now you got to speak English. And so now you have different set of function that are happening here. And so by reading aloud the material, reading aloud the answers, reading aloud the questions, it's sort of like giving you the extra environment or influence, as you said, to practice English for speaking. At the same time, as you read aloud, you're also listening to yourself. And so you're getting feedback. You're getting feedback, and so you can make some adjustment to what you're saying. Also, reading aloud will help you with the pronunciation. Even though English, sometimes it's difficult to know the pronunciation in new words. That's what I'm here for, is to guide you through the pronunciation. And so there's going to be a lot of words you're not going to know, but sometimes you can still keep reading. The good thing about English is, it's Jinfei. It's a kind of a fat language. And so there's many words for like the same idea. And so if you read an article, maybe the article is 3,000 words, but the actual meaning, the gist, in this case, one of the reading skills we have to learn is reading for gist, which is sort of the general idea or inference of the article. So like today, I showed you the photo of the objectives in Chinese. And I said, okay, pick some objectives. You said, well, there's 8 of them. Okay, great. So just give me the gist, the general idea. But for you, you wanted to go.
What's the gist?
Gist in this case is as general idea.
Oh,
And so
okay.
this is where we do a lot of paraphrase. Okay. And so this is how we learn to paraphrase, is by looking at information and then reading for gist and then having production. We produce sound or we produce an essay, right? So we're checking our understanding. So a lot of different functions happening here. And so one of the things we're going to encourage you to do is to read aloud quite often. And so that's why I said to you yesterday, read this for me, right? You're like, what? Oh, okay, no, read. Because you're practicing. You're getting to practice pronunciation, you get to practice listening, you get to practice reading, and you get to practice thinking, processing, which is really important because there's no sort of frame of reference or context for many of these ideas. And so our main solution to X here is reading aloud. And then after that, obviously, we're going to have discussion, right? And so part of our discussion is going to require opinions. Okay. And so, basically that is, do you agree? Question, or do you disagree? Question. And so, so in IELTS, at your level, we can use a type see, of binary choices. Binary choice. So in this case, as we're developing English, it'll either be yes or no, just like in programming. The more English you get, the more vocabulary you get, then it will turn into yes, no, maybe, right? Okay. But in the beginning, we're just going to stick with agree, disagree, yes and no, because it's easier. Mhm.
I don't know. You're talking about.
It's okay. Just keep listening. Just keep listening. Don't worry. All right. Just try it because we're going to put it back together again. Okay. Just breathe. Relax. Easier in the beginning to only choose one. Okay. All right.
Easier.
So choose one is, in this case, you'll be choose yes or choose no. So let me ask you a question. Do you like coffee?
Yes.
Okay. 为什么? Why do you like coffee?
Why? Because because is because because it no idea. It's I just like
Okay.
it.
Okay. So this is a cultural. So this is a cultural communication issue. And so part of this cultural communication issue is know why. Know why, la why, know why. 为什么? Mama who may win tea, know why. And so that's my point here is for IELTS, must give reason. So you can say yes plus y. You can say no plus y. And so you have to choose. You can't say, and some people sometimes will say, well, both. Okay. And so it still would be both plus y, right? Okay. So for you, because your level is lower, I'd say easier just stick with yes or no, okay? In the beginning. Later on, you can get more complex, okay? So let's think of some reasons why people enjoy coffee. Let's look for 1, 2, and 3, okay? So why do you enjoy coffee? Why do you like it?
Because it can I don't know how to speak
Okay.
English.
So what I would do if you were teaching me Chinese and I couldn't answer the question, then I might ask you to say, well, okay, why do you like coffee? You should ask me.
Uh, what?
You should ask me, do you like coffee? Because you don't know how to say, right? So let me show you. So ask me the question.
Do you like coffee?
Yes, I like coffee.
Why?
Oh, why do I like coffee? Okay, well, coffee tastes good. Why do you like coffee?
Me is is
So I said taste good, so you can say taste good, yes, taste good, no, another reason, or something else, your choice. Again, no wrong answer, just English right now.
It's delicious.
Okay, all right. Tastes good. Keith thinks it tastes delicious. Okay. Any other reason?
Uh, uh,
I like it. It
it
gives me
smells.
energy. Oh yeah, it also smells good. Gives me
It's,
energy.
mm,
Smells
oh
good.
yeah, give me engine.
Yeah, it gives me energy.
Smell
Smells
good.
good. It's gonna smell good. Feels good.
Mm,
Okay. Okay. So we have some reasons, yes, right? Okay, good.
yes.
So now let's see. When I first came to China in 2007, people didn't really drink coffee. They drank cha, they drank tea, right?
Yes.
And they didn't like coffee. So why do you think some people don't like coffee?
Because is I don't know that word was how to
Okay.
is that is word.
Okay. So look at number one. We said tastes good. And so the opposite in this case would be just what? Tastes bad, right?
That's
So
bad. Okay.
yeah, yeah. And so in this case, Keith thinks it tastes horrible. That's the opposite idea, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
So gives me energy, hmm, makes me tired. 4, you say smells good. Smells terrible. What's that? How choa? Oh, yo, smells terrible. You drink coffee, feels good. Oh, when I drink coffee, it makes me sick. Okay. So basically, what we're looking at here now is ways to manage your answers dealing with the concept of comparatives. Let's see here, share screen. Okay. Okay. Let's change this one here. Annotation. Okay. So in this case, the idea is coffee. Do you like it? Yes. Do you like it? No. And then the Waishima. Okay. It tastes good, tastes good, tastes good, tastes good, tastes bad, smells bad, no good, no good, right? And so these should be equal. But in this case, this is equal positive, and this one is equal negative, right? And
Yes.
so they're balanced. Okay. So again, we're thinking about sort of how to put our ideas in order, sort of in a program model. And so that way we can begin to learn the key part here. And so the key part of this lesson is in IELTS is about choice. Please write this down somewhere in your notes. Choice. Please write this down. Did you write it down?
Write down.
So please write down this key topic. Choice.
This
Big
was
part of the IELTS exam is about making choices. Sounds like vegetable. Uh, so you have to develop the language for making choices or selections. Okay. Okay. Bing Bai Ma, Yi Dian Dian.
Yes.
Okay. So what can you tell me about choice? What can you say? What is a choice? How do you choose things? How do you make choices? What choices have you made? Anything about choice?
Choice.
Mhm.
Making choice.
So topic was coffee. Do you like? Yes. Do you like? No, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we had to make a choice, right? Choose one or the other. And so again, in certain types of program design or in computer science, this is how we get started. And so we have some value for x, then we choose a function, and so it might be x plus y, or in this case, x plus n for no. And depending on that choice, it may lead to some other parts, right? And so this could be xy1, one reason, xy2, two reasons. Maybe this is xn1, xn2, okay? And then we might have to come back to make a conclusion or an idea, right? Of what the value of x, how has it changed, okay? In your case, we had many different ones. It's delicious. It tastes good. It smells good. It gives me energy, right? And so we had about four of them. And then we were balanced here because we also did four here. We said no, no reasons, right? Okay. But again, we did that through the process of choice. We had to choose here, one or two. Then when we give the reason, we have to make some reasons. We have to make some choices for that. And we can continue to make choices going down the thread. And so maybe that's the other way to describe this is to call it the thread of choice. So this would be the path, okay? So the thread of choice is when you talk about your idea, your topic, and then you go yes, no, then you keep going down, and so it creates a thread, just like in language models for computer. Same idea. It's still binary. When you get more language, you get more English, you can make more choices. You can make complicated choices. We can do yes, no, both, either or. You know, we can make more complicated choices. Okay. All right. So again, my question to you is, give me an example of a choice you made recently.
Choice reason.
Mhm. So now in aisles on the exam,
Choice word.
aisles in the exam will say, now give me an example of a choice you made.
Of choice. Choice word.
When did you make this choice? What this choice was? What was the result of your choice? So we have basically four boxes here. Give me an example of your choice. When did you make the choice? What was the choice? And then, of course, what is the result? And so that would be the bigger box, right? Okay.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I need to I need to do.
So we're always looking for an example in your English. So one example of a choice you made is, do you like coffee or tea? I like coffee. Boom, boom, boom. And what's the result, right? Okay, what does that mean? I've been drinking coffee since I was a young man. I like to go to Starbucks. You know, whatever the information is would be the result of your story. If you say, no, I don't like coffee, I only drink tea. The reason why I like tea is it's part of Chinese culture. There's lots of different kinds of tea in China, and tea is really good for your health. So overall, the result here in this case is I like tea. I prefer tea over coffee in this case, right? And so you can split between the idea of drinking coffee choice or drinking tea choice, right? Yes or no? Okay. So something that you had to choose. I'll give you another example. You and I had the demo class. You chose to take this class, right? And so that's a choice. You chose to study with me in this class, right? So that would be an example. That would be an example of a choice you made. Okay. So now we got to think of course, 为什么?
First, study with you.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then the result. So 3 ideas.
Okay. I want to improve my English level.
Okay, but you can do that by yourself. You can do that with another teacher. There's other reasons, right? So why did you choose to study with me?
Because you are a
Okay,
foreigner.
so all right, okay. So in this case, foreign teacher. Okay, good. All right, 2 more reasons.
Second. I don't. The second is I don't know how to learn about English.
Okay, and so foreign teacher, in this case, maybe, let me see, believe, hopefully is patient, as I don't know how to study English. Okay. All right. How about one more reason to choose? And remember, there's no wrong answer. It can be any answer. You could just say, oh, he is so handsome.
Oh yes.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. He seems intelligent, right? Okay. So there could be many reasons. That's all right. Okay. So now we want to conclude or summarize the result.
What I
Danish. He is a foreign teacher. With some experience for the English. All right, here we go. Read that one for me, please, but read aloud. I want to hear you.
read this.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. The reason I choose to study with Mr. Rocco is that he is a foreign teacher with a lot of experience for teaching English, and he is easy to get along with.
Okay, good. And so now we have summed up our ideas as a result that can be used later in speaking, writing, and talking about this subject. Okay. So now we have the unit of your answer, right? The reason why I chose to study with Mr. Rocco is that he's a foreign teacher with lots of experience for teaching English and seems to be easy to get along with. And so now we can use this to build other information, okay? And so that's all we're doing is we just keep adding information to try to improve the language model that you have, okay? Good enough. All right. Let's try it this way. Let's see. Okay. Let's switch before I break here. I think that's right. Share screen. There we go. Okay, I'm going to show you some pictures, and I want to have your opinion, your idea. Okay, what do you see?
About this picture,
Yes, sir.
it's a very very it's the finger.
Okay. Is that all? Just a finger?
Yeah, yes.
That's all? Okay, interesting.
And it's
So think of some other information.
it's a very a little terrible
Okay.
horrible.
Okay. All right, good. That's your opinion, right? What do you say? Butcher, I don't want to see, I want to see, right? Okay, wait a minute. So why is it that you think it's terrible?
in this
Mhm.
in this white something.
Yeah, your opinion is that you think it's terrible, right? So I want to know why you think it's terrible.
The uh is uh this okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I just forget the word.
that's okay. That's all right. We're just trying to figure out what you know. Yeah, some people might think this is terrible. It's obviously we think it's a lady's hand because of the fingernails, and this is a funny one because this is snake skin, right? Snake skin, and so the problem is that in Guangdong we also eat snake skin, and so we think of it as a snack, and so this is a funny one. All right, what do you think about this one?
Uh, is coffee, tea,
I think it's a soup. It looks like Gucci soup.
or is a shoe.
Yeah, a very expensive soup.
Yes, it's white, red and white shoot.
Yeah, I wonder if they have the Louis Vuitton soup. I don't know. Okay.
It's uh
Do you think it'll work?
it's it's something can help people here.
Okay, I think I think it's a headphone brassiere. I think it's a lady's brassiere made out of headphone cords. Um, now that everybody has Bluetooth, I guess we could do it that way, I suppose. Toilet paper glove, no big deal. That's kind of interesting. What do you think about that one? Would you wear these glasses?
Like glasses.
Mm-hmm.
It look like
Sometimes,
glasses,
yeah.
and but it's
Hmm. Cucumber, right? Guava, some kind of guava. Yeah, cucumber. Okay. That's different. I like this one.
uh this shoes a little like banana.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think it's good or bad?
Mm, is I like I think it's a good maybe good one.
It's kind of funny. I think it's cute, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you look like funny.
All right, good. I think that's just gum. All right, subject. Okay. So one of the things we want to do is look at things differently, right? So it is important to look at things differently. Differently. Let's see, double here. Differently. Okay. So we have to look at things differently and think about things differently, even in English for IELTS, because in this case, they want new information when we speak, new information when we write, and we have to be creative. So let me ask you this question, then we'll take a break. Are you a creative person?
What's the creative it mean?
Okay. Creative means to create, as in making something. Ideas into solution.
I think I'm not a creative person.
Yeah, but you designed a application. That is a form. That is a form of creativity. You have to take your ideas and make them real, right? So,
Yeah.
okay. So how do you do that? Okay. After the break. Okay. So let's take 10 minutes. There you go. And what do we got here? What time is it now? Break up. Okay. There you go. See
Okay.
you in 8 minutes. Thank you.
Okay.
Meeting time 8:70. Oh, I like that feature.
How to do that?
Ouch.
Hello, local.
Hello.
Now I need to answer this question.
Yep. What do you think?
I think it's easy for me because I because when doing I I I am very interesting and I have a and I can now I need to do and I um, and I need I now and I now I need to do and I can do
Okay. Like I said, right now, Shenzai, there's no wrong answer. I mean, you can say anything is okay. It just the main thing is to try to finish your idea or change the idea somehow to be complete. You're doing good for from having a very low level and having a very complicated topic, complicated speaking given to you, and then you have to think about it. That's a big challenge. A big challenge from your ability to my ability, and that's okay.
Okay.
As long as you don't give up, you just keep pushing. You'll be fine. So let's work a little bit on pronunciation. Let's do a little bit of a gym workout. And so we're going to work out on the tongue. And so you told me you like to go to the gym. So maybe you do push up or you do pull up. In this case, the muscle is the tongue. And so we're going to make this muscle stronger. Okay. All right. So let's start with the first one here, and I'll put it on the big board as well. And then also you'll have these for you to use later. So let's take our whiteboard here, share, go. That to the side, text. Let's go big. Here. There we go, paste. Okay, let's try this one. See what we can do with the thin twin thrushes thoughtlessly thrust their thorns. So very complex, obviously, because we're trying to focus on the weak sound for you in this case, the sound you're having difficulty with because you don't have enough experience. And we notice that we have these combinations here of the. And so we really have actually two sounds here, right? And so remember, when it comes to TH, this case, it's also binary in the sense that we have two different sounds for TH. We have the th, and then we have the, right? And so we have one that is hard and one that is sort of soft, okay? And so the key for us is for most Chinese students, basically what happens is you've got your nose, you got your lips, you got your teeth, looks like a vampire. And so the tongue has to go in between the teeth. Okay, here's our person. Hello, mouth man. And so the key for us in this case is where the teeth are. okay, versus where is the tongue, yaks, tongue, and the tongue, right? And so most of the time, Chinese people do not put the tongue far enough in the front. And so it's always very soft. And so instead of saying thin, they might say sin. Instead of saying thrushes, they might say thrushes. Instead of saying thoughtless, they might say thoughtless. Instead of saying thrust, they might say thrush. Instead of saying there, they might say dare with a D sound or doors. And normally, depending on the position here, if the tongue is in the different position, in the wrong position, I should say, okay, and so if the tongue is in the wrong position here, then the sound is not going to be TH, the sound is going to be D. And so we have to be very careful with that because then all TH words begin with D. And so instead of saying THER, there, your pronunciation is saying DARE, dare. Wrong word, different word, okay? All right, let's try the tongue twister there for us, please. The thin.
The thing.
Not bad. Twin thrushes.
Twin thrusters.
Okay, so that'll be one that's weak from going to the front, the, and then you have to roll, right? Thrush, thrushes. Okay, that's all right. We're just here. Yeah, we're still evaluating. We're still assessing. So until we don't worry about how good it is until later. Thoughtless. Thoughtless.
Thoughtless.
Okay, a little rough. Thrust.
Thrust.
So this one would be the same as thrushes, right? And that's why they have the word there. It's very similar, this pronunciation. Thrust and thrushes. Okay. There. Harder. There. Okay. Thorns.
Thorns.
All right. All right. So try to put it together for me. The thin twin thrushes thoughtlessly thrust their thorns.
The twin thrusters thrust their thorn.
Thrust their thorns, right? So complete it. One more time, all the way across, please.
Speak again.
Yep. So do the whole thing.
The thing. The thing. Thing. Thrust. Thoughtlessly. Thrust. There. This word, how to
Okay, so let's look at the pronunciation. So we have thorns. Thorns.
thorns. Thorns.
Okay. All right. So we know we have difficulty in TH, and that's why we're doing this is to help you to improve. Okay. AONT, don't worry, you're doing good. You're just practicing right now, and that's still sort of evaluating your ability. Okay. All right, we have another one here. Try to do this one for me without the graphics. Go ahead. So I'll have you read. Go ahead.
The thought, thinker, thinks of three things.
Okay, not bad. Could use some improvement. You're having difficulty, obviously, we're still having difficulty with the hard one, the, so we got to put the tongue farther here, okay? And then this one's difficult because you have thorough, and so it's yeah,
thorough.
Then you have thinker, thinks of three things, okay?
Think.
All right, try again for us here.
the throw, the throw or thorough,
Thorough.
the thorough thinker thinks, thinks of the three things.
Okay, not bad. And so the more that you practice this is kind of easy because you don't really have to do a lot of thinking. You just have to pay attention to the pronunciation. And so again, reading aloud, speaking aloud, and then looking at key problem for you is TH in this case is going to be useful. Okay, good job. All right. So the other thing that we had difficulty in your sample yesterday, right? Let me see here. The other thing I'm going to suggest to you is probably having to do with this other consonantal blend. There seems to be some difficulty for you in this one here for P and V sound, which is not too uncommon at a low level, and it should be fixed pretty quickly. And so let me give you a chance here to see.
Sorry, slow down. I'm not understand.
I know. I normally don't slow down because I want you to listen faster. Okay. And so it's okay. We're just evaluating your speed. All right. Let's do these two here. I think is the way to do it. Okay. Here we go. New tongue twisters. Okay. And so let's start with the first one, please. Go for it. Will you read that one for me?
Read. The violet in the village. I don't know it's
Okay.
Villagely twice.
Okay. Again, please.
No. I don't know the word.
Okay. So let me do it for you. The violent, I'm sorry, the violet in the village villainously vibes.
The violet in the villainously in violet. The violet in the village villainously vibes.
Okay. The violet in the village villainously vibes.
The violet in the village villainously vibes.
You want to try the next one? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Okay. Peter picked a peck of the picket papers.
Okay. So think about your pronunciation here. All right. And so are these the same sound or are they different? And so what's the key sound here? Do you know? So in this one, the key sound is what? The,
The
the, and now you're doing p, 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 right?
yes.
Same or different sound? What do you think?
Think about.
Is the sound the same? The and p, the and p, same sound, different sound.
Different sound.
Okay. So there is a difference. So yesterday or last class, you were sort of mixing them. And so I want to make sure that you know the difference, all right? Okay, let me give you sort of an easier one here, but the other issue for me was the vowel sounds. Okay, try that one.
The proper copper coffee pot.
Good. So a lot easier, this one for you. Not a problem, right? Okay. Let's try one more. And so this is good for your pronunciation practice, and it's something that you should practice every day, the pronunciation that I send you, because that's the thing that's maybe weak. All right. Try this one for me, please.
A pensive pupil viewed the vast view.
Okay. And so for me, what I heard in this word here is I heard poopy.
Poopy,
Yeah, that's what you said. You said poopy.
poopy.
And so, poopy is shit. And so do you think this is poopy or is this two P's? So so this is a puppy.
Puppy.
We'll share a poopy. Okay.
Okay.
All
Puppy.
right. Yeah. Like a small dog. All right. Little dog is a puppy. So humans have a baby and dogs have a puppy, right? Baby
Puppy.
dog is a
Oh,
puppy.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Puppy.
Poopy is when you go to the WC and make a poopy. All right. So pronunciation is really important for us because that can change what happens on the exam. All right. Okay. You're doing fine. Relax. No problem. We're just still measuring what you got. Okay. Let's see here. Let's look at some diphthongs. Okay, here we go. So in this part, we're looking at something that's called a diphthong in English. I'll show you in just a minute. And so in English, we have a certain amount of sounds. So these are diphthongs. And so what this means is basically what you have for a diphthong is
Diphthong.
two vowel sounds. Two vowels. Okay. And so we have
vowels.
yeah, I'll show you just a minute, Dionysia. So we have a long and we have a short vowel. Okay. And so normally you think of A, E, I, O, U. It's the vowels, right? So let me ask you this question. In English, how many letters do we have? So that would be your A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So how many letters do we
A, B, C, D, 26.
have? All right, so we have 26 letters. Okay, good. So in English, how many sounds do we have?
How many sounds?
So
21?
is it also 26?
No.
No, 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 no. It's actually closer to 44, right?
44.
Yeah, so how do we get 44 sounds from 26 letters?
Hmm. Combine different letter.
Yeah, there you go. You got it. So some differently. So I mean, some letters can be said differently. And so mostly in the vowels. Okay, so mostly in the vowels. And so we have something that's called a short vowel. We also have another thing that's called a long vowel. And then you have the diphthong. Two vowel sounds. So this is what influences our spelling. Okay, so the other challenge for us is English is about 600 years old. It's not a very old language, okay?
Okay.
And so it's only been around since more or less the 1400s, and we could probably understand English sort of in that thing. And so we have what we call Old English. We've got Middle English. And then we have Modern English. And so even now, English is changing. English is changing because we use a lot more technology for English. And so people are beginning to shorten their words and so forth, just like if they were chatting. So part of the problem in vocabulary is that depending on when the word came from and how it was used, sometimes the spelling will change, even though the sound is the same. And so it's very confusing for people. And so I always say to Chinese students that we need to focus on these key things, especially the idea of the long and the short vowels. And so in your pronunciation, your short vowel is too short and your long vowel is too short. Okay. All right, so let's go very slowly here. Let's have you read this. Let's check, see how you're doing. So read for me, please. So let me hear you. So you're going to read right here, a farmer from. Hello.
Read this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. A farmer from Ireland,
Illinois. Illinois.
Illinois, Vance, had a long vowel in his stays. He said, his tone, how to say?
Diphthongs.
Diphthong are clear, and my vowels are always sincere, with a smile, and his face it advanced.
Okay, let's check this one right here. This would be a critical error in IELTS. So read this one again.
Smile.
Okay. Okay. So try this one.
Smile. She has a nice smile. What's the smell? What does smell mean?
Dionysia. Try that one.
It smell nice in here.
Okay. So what does it mean? Do you know?
It smell nice in here. From the nose, would smell good. Okay.
Next one.
The food smell good. She
Okay.
smell a lot.
Okay. So is this the same sound? when you're pronouncing it, you're saying the same thing. You keep saying, she has a nice smell. It smells nice in here. The food smells good. She smells a lot. And I would say to you, eh, eh. It's wrong, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
is it one sound or two sounds?
One sound. One sound.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is it spelled differently? So we have a smile,
Smile.
and here we have a smell. How chowa? Oh,
Smell.
smell. Right? So same sound?
No.
No, right? They look similar because they have SM and then so forth, but that would be a big mistake, especially if you said, so, oh, she smells a lot. What? Shema? She smells a lot. Is she smelling or is she smelly, right? No, no. Oh, no, she smiles a lot. You see?
Smile. Smile.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Smile.
a big difference. So you said here with a smell on his face. Really? His
Smell
face?
on his face.
It, yeah, but it's not smell. Who's your smell? It is
Smile.
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 Smile, right? And
Smile.
so the issue here is you've got some diphthongs, you've got some sounds that are being influenced, right, in vowels. And so one of the things we got to think about is the difference here in this I, right? And so for me, the problem is this a long I or is this a short I, right? Smells. Is this Is it long or is it short?
Sh
I,
short.
smiles, smiles.
Smile. Short. Short.
No, smile,
Smile. Long.
smell, smiles, smell. And so in this
Smile.
case,
Smile.
yeah. And so this one would be long and this one would be short. Okay. So the pronunciation for the vowel structure here. Smile, smell, smile,
Smile. Smile.
smell.
Smile.
Yeah. And so it's a small issue, but it will help you in the long run. Okay. So that's why you have to practice these tongue twisters. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's try one other one. Okay. Let's take a look at pronunciation, if I don't mind. Do you have any questions while I pull up the other file? How are you feeling? Yeah.
How am I feeling? I
Yep.
feeling. Wait a minute. You ask me my feeling about this course or
Just
the
right now.
pronunciation.
Yeah, just about pronunciation, just right now. I already know your feeling about the course. He talks too fast. Oh, Tibu Dong, I don't know. He talks too fast. Ah. And I said, hey, relax. It's only day two. Day one, 10%, later on, 50%. Remember, I'm testing you constantly. Okay. And so that's part of the issue for us. Let's see here. We want to cut this. Okay. We have voiced and unvoiced.
I
So I want to show you the pronunciation chart, okay? So Dionysia. Send it to you.
Okay.
Control plus. No, supposed to be bigger here.
I s- I think the the this is this pronunciation is very difficult for me.
It is because you're just starting, you're just beginning. For Wigeren, for Laowai, for Guilo, us it's ma, you know, we cannot do the tones easy. And so our Chinese words are always different because we're using the wrong tone, right? Or shisher, you know, in Chinese, right?
Yes.
If the tone is wrong, then the word is wrong. Same thing. If pronunciation is wrong, the word is wrong in English. Okay. And so that's what we're sort of working on right now, is to make sure that you're okay with that aspect of it. So let's save this one because we like it. It is useful. So save IPA Keith. IPA Keith. Got your folder. All right. So we were talking about diphthongs. And so now we know that we have some rules for diphthongs. And I said to you, basically, how many sounds? And so we have 26 letters, but 44 sounds. You said, oh, because that's how we combine things. You're right. We combine them. The challenge for us is that sometimes the word will look very similar. Now, this one only has the single word, and so we need to sort of measure some of these ones, okay? So today I showed you a little bit about the diphthong, okay? Please repeat after me. Here,
Here,
tourist,
tourist,
hair,
hair,
good. Wait,
wait,
boy,
boy,
my,
my,
show,
show,
cow,
cow,
okay? So take, for example, a word like wait. In English, we have, hey, wait for me. Don't wait up. Wait, Dionysia, Dionysia. But we also have, hey, it looks like I put on a lot of weight.
we,
So sounds the same, different words, different meaning, right?
yeah,
Yeah. And so this is also the confusion because it sounds the same. And so how do we know which one? We have to look at the context. In this case, if I said, hey, don't wait, then we know it's the first one. If I said, oh, I'm gaining weight, it means the second one. And so this causes some kind of confusion. Let's take a look at the short vowels. That's the other part here that I was trying to get you to understand, is that we have, in the monophthongs, we have short and long vowels in this case, okay? And it looks like these are short ones here. Sheep, sheep. So do you think this is going to be short, short or long in this case? Sheep, sheep, short or long?
long,
Take a look.
long,
Okay, it's definitely long, right? What about ship?
short,
Yeah, okay. And so people confuse these two, sheep, ship, right? So anytime we have these type of words like which, weech, twitch,
we,
tweech, right? So there's different sounds. This is going to be the E sound and the schwa sound here. And so let's try the first one, bed.
pen,
Next one, teacher.
teacher,
Which one's short, which one's long?
pen.
So we have,
That is short.
yeah, bed, that's short, right? It was short. This was long. This was long. Okay, good. Good job. So let's try this other one here. Ah and So we have cat and up. So which one is short? Which one is long?
Up is short.
For sure it's short, isn't it? Okay, good. What about cat?
Cat is
Ah.
long. A lot is long.
You think it's cat? Hello, kitty cat. Or
Cat.
just cat?
Cat.
It looks,
Cat.
yeah, it looks like it'd be it's a little bit longer. It's actually going to be short because cat, because it's a glottal. Okay, same thing with up. Okay, let's try this other one. Good, good,
Good.
good. What do you think?
It's good. Good.
Okay, what about shoot? Shoot.
Shoot is long.
Okay, so you think that one's long? Okay, good. Let's go to bird.
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 Er, er.
Bird is long.
Oh, bird. Hey, look, there's a bird. Or bird.
Bird.
Okay. Try door. Close the door.
Door. Door.
Door. You think that's short or
Door.
long?
Long.
Okay. How about far?
Far is long.
Okay. How about on?
On is short.
Yeah. Okay. So now we know we have long vowel and short vowel, and so that influences our pronunciation. Same thing, we have combination. We have diphthong also influence our pronunciation. For you, we said that there was some little bit of difficulty in a couple of key areas. And so we knew that commonly this is a problem, this, and think. In your sample, you also had p and v issues. Let me switch this one quick. I would say try this one for me. Try ch and j.
J. Speak this word.
Yes, please.
P. Video. Think. This. Choose. You.
Okay. And so ch j j ch and j. And so there's a difference with the tongue, right? Okay.
Yes.
Same thing with think and
Think.
this. And so it's the tongue's a little bit farther, right? And so there were some words where you change P and B. Okay. So for us, this is the most important sort of pronunciation for you for 5.5. And so that's good. Is most of the other words not bad? If we have 44 sounds, how much difficulty do you have? So
How
really
much?
one, two, maybe three, four, five, not bad. You don't have much
One.
problem. Okay, good. All right, let me save this one. Thank you. Save. All right. Do you have any question or comment? You're okay. You okay?
Okay. I see. I
You have
think
kind of have the idea.
this is
Yeah.
this
Yes.
this pronunciation is
This. Yeah.
difficult for me.
Yeah. And so you don't want to change to D sounds. So if you have something like there, not there, it's wrong. Okay. Same thing. This, not This. Wrong. Those, not those. Okay.
Does not run.
No.
Those not does.
Mhm.
You change this one. You change the word. It's the word you change the sentence.
All right, let me show you on IELTS. Let's see here. Okay, so what we're referring to in this case is dealing with pronunciation issues, specifically for you, for Keith, right? And so we're worried that we are somewhere kind of in here, but we want to move to here. And so that's my point, is that if you're still having trouble with some of the pronunciation in this area, then if the pronunciation is wrong, the word is wrong. And if the word is wrong, the grammar is wrong. And so that's going to cause you difficulty here. It's going to cause you difficulty here. And it's going to cause you difficulty here. And so that means that the grammar comes down, the lexis comes down, and the fluency coherence comes down. So it pushes all the score low when the pronunciation is wrong because the words are wrong. And so that's one of the reasons why we're really sort of focusing here for you right now. You don't have a lot of vocabulary, but the vocabulary that you have, you can make the pronunciation correct, okay? And so that's the thing that's important for us right now is getting your pronunciation so that we can change this, so that we can increase your grammar, increase your lexis, increase your fluency based on pronunciation, okay?
Okay.
All right. And so don't worry if I'm going too fast because I'm measuring your ability at the normal level. Don't worry if your answer is kind of wrong, as long as you try, right? Don't be shy, just try, because that's part of your practice, okay? And so I just want you to keep trying no matter what. And inside, you know, it's like, oh, I don't want to go. Just relax. It's easy. We've got, you know, over 70 hours to get you to 5, and that's not a problem, okay? But in the beginning, very slow. It's going to be very slow in the beginning. Next week, be faster. It'll get faster each week that we work together. All right, good enough. Let me take a look at the notes. Let's see what we got here. Let's see, view. One page, page width. Zoom, text width, page width. Okay. 75. So we've got a lot of notes here for you based on the class and the report. And so we're kind of going over some of the programming here for the speaking app and doing application, starting with the flow chart, mapping out your lessons. And right now we're mapping out your pronunciation, mapping out your language. And so we've got a lot of pieces here for that part. Let's see here. Okay. couple of different things we want to do for gamification. And we've got your course objectives, which we started with today. Talked about this part, course objectives.
Object, please.
So if I asked you the question, what are some course objectives? What would you say? So this is your quiz.
What the some objective?
Yeah. So if I ask you the question,
Okay.
what are some of the
Objective.
objectives for this course? How many are there? Are they easy or difficult? How do you feel about your ability? What will you do?
How do you feel about ability?
So any of those questions are okay to answer. All right. So what are some of the objectives for this course? So any one is okay.
I want, I hope I can influence speaking English and on and can and can and can and can hear.
Okay. So how many objectives did we have today for the course?
Speak again.
How many objectives did we have today? Do you remember?
A.
Okay, good. Were they easy or difficult?
I think it's a little difficult for me.
Sure, sure. It sounds easy, but it is difficult, right? Because when you think about it, the objectives of the objectives. And so how do you feel about your ability? You said, well, it's EPN, it's a little bit difficult. Okay. And so always the Lao Wai says, Weishima, 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 why? Why is it a little bit difficult?
Why? Because 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 I don't know to speak English like never native speaker.
Right. Okay.
And I live in China, not it's not often used the English.
Okay, good. That's a good answer. Good job. Think about the beginning answer, not so good, and now you have a more complete answer because you're thinking and you're adding in information. So how? That's a good job. So let me ask you the question again about the objectives. Is what will you do now to meet the objectives? How will you change? What will you do to sort of improve this thing? Yeah. Give me three things that you will do now to complete or finish the objectives.
I think I should speak more English every day. and uh, and 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 read and reading more English, reading more English article,
Mhm. Okay.
and and I should I should I should I should maybe look more English video.
Mhm. What what videos do you think you should watch?
What
What,
video?
yeah, what kind of video?
It mean I should look.
Well, you told me I should watch more video. And so I'm
Yeah.
asking you, what kind of video? Like,
I
uh,
should look. I should more video in the uh read more video about English
mhm. So
like
what's,
like
uh-huh.
like never speaker video.
Okay. Okay. So you have some ideas, some things that you can change or do differently. All right, I can accept that. All right. I'm going to give you a small story here. And so part of your homework is to read the story. All right. Read the article, then finish the article.
On the phone.
Okay.
First article.
So I sent you this one in WeChat and here also. And so let's see. Yeah, you should have this one, I think. Yeah. So basically you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines here. You have 10 lines, a couple of sentences. But one thing I want you to do for me is part of your homework is to finish it. Okay. So I need you to conclude. Okay. So you write. And tomorrow you give me the conclusion. Okay.
Okay.
So maybe if this is 10 lines, maybe give me 428. Give me probably 2 or 3 lines at least. Try to finish the story based on logic if you could. Okay. All right, good enough. Hing by ma.
No, I'm not.
Okay, it's okay. May Winty. So here's the homework. So one, read the article, the
Okay.
small, yeah, read the small article. Two, complete the article with a conclusion. So the conclusion is your idea
I confirm.
how to finish the story. Okay. Or Be creative. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. 5. Review your video from today. Listen and repeat. Make notes. Form questions. And be okay. Questions. Fatal questions. 7. Be
Listen
ready.
and hear, make notes.
Summarize. 8. Vocabulary. 9. Practice your own twisters. All right. So those are the things I'd like you to do today is basically to read the article, think about it, make the ending for me, and then we'll talk about that tomorrow. Tell me what you did in class today, practice your tongue twisters, and I'm going to send you some vocabulary for tomorrow's class. Bing, bye, ma.
Okay.
All right, sir. Any questions, any comments?
No.
Okay. You did good work today. I'm happy with what you're doing, even though it is very difficult to listen. Don't worry. We're
Okay.
just working on the very beginning steps. Like a baby, we have to crawl before we can start running. All right.
Okay.
All right, Les. I'll see you later. Thank you.
Thank you.